need to, but I just have a blanket with me, and we're gonna start laying down on our backs. So I'm gonna use my blanket just to cushion my body. And you can make this as thick or as thin as you would like, or you can stitch it all together. We're gonna start by taking a few breaths here. You can keep your knees bent if that's more comfortable on your low back, or we're gonna extend the legs out long. Your hands can rest on your body or on your mat. And then as you're ready, we'll hug the left knee into the chest. And again, you can keep that opposite knee bent or straight out. Take a few breaths, breathing into the front of the right hip if your leg is extended. Feeling the belly press into the thigh as you inhale, relaxing the shoulders and the muscles of the neck as you exhale. We'll extend that leg out long and hug the opposite knee in towards the chest. Just checking in with the hips before we begin. Checking in with the low back. When you're ready, we'll hug both knees into the chest. You can hold on to the shins or the back of the thighs. Finding some gentle lumbar flexion. And then we'll slowly turn onto one side and press onto the hands and knees just for a moment. So we're going to come into a child's pose. We'll bring the knees together, sit the hips back, and then we'll bring the forehead down to the mat. And let's start by extending one arm, reaching for the front edge of the mat. And the opposite arm will rest down by the hips, palm facing up. Then we'll turn the head to face the extended arm, breathing into the neck. If you experience any neck pain, start by looking away from the side that's painful. And we'll slowly guide that extended arm down by the hips, and we'll extend the opposite arm out. And then turn to face that arm. Finding some length in the shoulder, the back of the neck. And then we'll bring the hands underneath the shoulders and come onto the hands and knees. And we'll inhale to reach one arm up towards the sky. And exhale to thread the needle, releasing the head down. Breathing into the back of the shoulder. You can extend the opposite arm overhead, or you can keep it bent, palm underneath the shoulder. And we'll bring the hands back. Inhale to reach the arm all the way up, and then exhale to release it down. And then we'll repeat that same thing on the other side. So inhaling the opposite arm up towards the sky, and exhaling to thread the needle, releasing the ear down. Breathing into the upper back, the back of the shoulder. Feel free to extend the opposite arm overhead. Grounding through the tops of the feet, the shins. And exhale to come all the way back up. We'll come to lay on our side, so either side. We'll extend the arms out in front. Feel free to rest your head on some blankets or a block. As we inhale, open the arm over to the other side, keeping the legs nice and heavy. Maybe your arm reaches down to the ground. If not, feel free to rest it on some blankets or some blocks. Breathing into the belly, breathing into the front of the chest. You can keep your head facing up, gaze up towards the sky. Or if it feels okay in the neck, you can take your gaze over to the opposite hand. Taking nice deep breaths. And we'll exhale, come all the way back onto your side. And then we'll turn onto our backs and over to the other side. Again, starting with the arms stacked, knees stacked, and on an inhale, we'll open up towards the opposite side, bringing the arms into a T, maybe resting the arm, the shoulder on the ground. Maybe taking the gaze over towards the hand. Breathing into the front of the shoulders, the front of the neck. Sending your breath down to your belly. And exhaling to come back to our starting position. From here, we'll come back onto our hands and knees. Coming back into a child's pose, so knees together, sitting the hips back. This time we'll extend both arms out towards the top of the mat, maybe resting the forehead on the mat. Rock your forehead a little side to side. Breathing into the side body, the shoulders, low back. And we'll slowly slither the belly forward, coming onto the belly. Bring the feet hip width apart, and then we'll stack the shoulders over the elbows. Palms can be parallel, the forearms can be parallel, or you can bring your palms on top of each other, just like this. From here, we're really going to press into the elbows, lift the chest. Take gaze a few inches in front of the mat. Engaging the lower abdominal slightly to support the low back in this position. From here, we'll slowly take our gaze over past one shoulder, taking a breath, breathing to the front of the neck, and slowly making our way through center and over to the other side. Noticing if this side feels different. You can do that a few times if you want to. We'll come back through center and release the head down. So keeping the elbows, the shoulder blades nice and active. Allowing the head to get nice and heavy. Maybe noticing the stretch in the back of the neck. Now we'll slowly release the head down. We'll bring the palms or the shoulders, and we'll inhale to reach the crown of the head up for baby cobra, pulling the elbows in and back, creating space between the tops of the shoulders and the ears. We'll exhale to release the head all the way down. We'll extend the arms beside the hips, palms facing up, and then we'll turn the head over to one side again. If you're having any neck pain, maybe turning away from the side that's painful. You're welcome to keep your head facing straight down, maybe resting your forehead on your palms, the back of your hands. And when you're ready, we'll bring the hands underneath the shoulders and press all the way back into a child's pose. Once again, we'll extend the arms out long, reaching towards the front edge of the mat. You can stay here, or we'll bring the palms together, begin to bend the elbows, coming into a prayer position, breathing into the back of the upper arm. Breathing into the armpit chest. And releasing the hands down and coming all the way up into this kneeling position. If this isn't comfortable for you, you're welcome to take any other seated position, maybe easy pose with the legs crossed, or even sitting in a chair. I'm just going to turn to face you. And we're going to end with a gentle side body stretch. So stacking the spine in this kneeling position. We'll inhale to reach one arm all the way up towards the sky. And exhale to reach over towards one side, breathing into the side body. And exhaling to come all the way up. Again, we inhale to reach the opposite arm all the way up towards the sky. And exhale to release over to the other side. Feel free to use a block here if you need to reach the ground. Think about creating space between the top of the pelvis and the shoulder.